I have been looking forward to the trip for weeks. We arrived at an Airbnb about 4 hours from where we live to spend the weekend. Nothing fancy, just a cozy little cabin with a fishing pier. It was just me and my brother James who showed up. The drive was long and boring. I forgot to pick up books to read on the way. As soon as we got there, the first thing we noticed was a horrible manure-like smell. Despite this, everything seemed fine. When we arrived at 6:13, I chose my room and unpacked my stuff. James and I finished unpacking and decided to go fishing, since there was a nice dock and we brought our tackle. So we went down and started fishing. It was pretty slow, and we were there for about 1 hour before I had to go to the bathroom. It didn't take me long, maybe 5 minutes before I come back and James was gone. I thought he was playing a prank on me, but then I noticed that both rods were bent, indicating that the fish was hooked, and James would never miss an opportunity to catch a fish, no matter what size it was. So I called the police, and they said they will be here in 10 minutes. While I waited, I decided to reel up the rod so the fish wouldn't jack them into the water. But that's when things started to get really weird. The second I picked up the rod, it stopped bending, so thinking it had just snapped. I put it down to get another rod, and when I put it down, it bent again. Confused, I picked it up and it stopped bending again, and went back to normal. So since I was confused at this point, I reeled the rod in completely and found a piece of James' red shirt that was on the hook. I didn't touch it because I thought it might be evidence. I was about to get up to look around, hoping I'd find something else, when suddenly I heard it. James' voice. He shouted, "Daniel, help!" My head turned sharply in the direction I heard it from, and I screamed back desperately, "James, where are you?" Which was only met with gurgling sounds coming from underneath me, from under the dock. A few seconds after, the ambulance along with the police arrived and questioned me. The paramedics checked me over and asked simple questions, probably to make sure I wasn't delirious or something. After they concluded that I was fine and the police pinned up the bench and started investigating, I told them I would be back. I just needed to wash up. I washed up and quickly went back, wanting to find James or anything about what happened to him. But when I got back, everyone was gone. 3 paramedics and 4 police officers had disappeared, almost without a trace, leaving nothing but their cars, and a police radio on the ground. At the same time, when I came out, I heard something. I think it was a muffled scream. "Help me, Danny! Run, Danny! Get out of here!" Both sounds were heavily muffled, probably by some kind of liquid. But either way, I ran back and am now sitting in my car, trying to figure out what to do. With James is the real James. If I leave, will they continue to happen to others? Does the homeowner know anything about this? Has this happened before? All of these questions are swirling around in my head, as I type this to ask for help and advice. How should I proceed? I don't want to lose my brother, but I'm very scared.